A handful of times since his franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Out of the gun, Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. Touchdown Jaguars. DJ Chark from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gordon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Mariota. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 3rd down, Mariota.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they found a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
Touchdown!
Travis Etienne
from 6 yards away.
And the Jags lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mariota now. Flushed out right. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Lawrence will throw.
And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Two seconds to go, first quarter. Following the interception here, Mariota. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota. Flush to his right. Throw to the right here to Gordon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On the counter, here's Gordon. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Now Mariota. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Lawrence to throw. toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
X3, 218, jump. You gotta be ready. Don't be scared.
Now Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right.
A giant hole up the middle. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Lawrence.
Flushed out right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to have a 3rd down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. A huge play there for Denver. Mariota on 1st down. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Fant.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Play action. It's Lawrence.
Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Switch.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Four yards remain for second down.
Let's go. Watch that creep. Watch that creeping. Safety's creeping. You draw corpus. Hey, Haywood. 56. Now. Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
On play action, Lawrence.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it now.
Let's go, baby.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Baron Browning in there to bury him for a loss of 11. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56. What's the run? Hey, Charlie. 56, Mike, 56. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Again, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Lawrence will throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a unit of 5. Brings up second and 5. That's 26-yard line.
To throw again is Lawrence.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
56, the mic boys, 56, check 56.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 3 yards out.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Jaguars 28, Broncos 13.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 30 on second down, Mariota, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, Mariota. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action now. Mariota. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, that is taken in by the tight end Fan. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll sneak it with Mariota. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Hey, Wahoo!
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Christian Wilkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. You can't block me.
Hey, I said it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Shark calls it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
94 is the Mike. 94 is the Mike. Here we go. Yeah. 94 is the Mike. 94 is the Mike.
Hey, echo. Snap.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Single. Tighten up.
Here's Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, Delta, Federal West.
56 is the Mike. Too low. 56 is the Mike. 56. Shot 56.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Returning it, here's Hamler.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
To throw, Mariota. That's going to be caught by Judy. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Play fake. Mariota eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off the play fake, Mariota steps away to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They go play action. Mariota. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dwayne Smoot able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Here's Mariota. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Jags come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of the season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.